Who's first?
I'll go first. The decision to keep Paxton Lynch, what was the process behind that?
Well, number one, I think every decision we make, we try to make that's the best position for the Broncos. And sitting right now, with where we are at quarterback and who knows our system and where going into the first game with Paxton being our third quarterback, I thought at this point in time, that's the best decision for us. So, Paxton continued to improve, but he is the third string quarterback. And so, but that decision was made because we were looking at it and looking at the situation, and with Chad not having a lot of experience and not having played in a regular season game before, we thought that we had to go with three quarterbacks, and Paxton was our third.
The decision with Clinton McDonald, was that one of your tougher ones? I know you guys liked him, but did it come down to him to Marcus, or how did that shake out?
Yeah, I mean, he was. We liked him a lot, and obviously we had a lot of tough decisions, and that's the. It's a good thing to have, but we do have to let a lot of good football players go, and Clinton was one of those, and with the numbers and where the numbers ended up, we just felt that to go with 6 defensive linemen, was the best decision for us. We're going to suit 5, so 1 won't suit anyway. So we thought that 6 would be enough, and DeMarcus played well enough to win that 6th spot.
Inside linebacker, how much did the special teams rule changes play into keeping some of those guys?
A lot. I think that, again, and plus the way we played on special teams last year, obviously we've got some guys there that, Jones really does a nice job on special teams. And then, with AJ, we decided to take AJ, keep AJ instead of Zaire. And, I think that anytime you have those decisions like that, we like the upside of AJ. And is he better than Zaire probably at this point in time? Maybe not. But, we didn't feel like we could get him through waivers. And so that's the whole thing is what you have to play with is who can you get through waivers and who can't you? And that's a big part of it. And so we just felt that even though AJ hadn't played in 3.5 years, we really like his ability and felt that we had to protect him and coach him from here.
What went into the thinking of Jeff Holland and drafted outside linebacker?
Well, we thought that we had other football players that, were ahead of him on the 53.
Was there a thought to keep 5 outside linebackers at one point?
Yeah, everything was discussed, yeah. I mean, everything was discussed. And so, eventually we just come down to the decisions that we have to, go with and make those decisions that what's best for the Broncos. And so that's why we make them.
Developmentally, what can Paxton do as a number 3?
Well, I mean, that's the key thing is we got to keep coaching him too. And obviously once you get in the season, it's there's only so much you can do. But obviously Paxton's got to take it upon himself to continue to try to improve. And he's going to get a lot of reps with the scout team. And he's going to go against the first team defense. And so he's got to improve there. So that's what he has to do because the focus is going to go obviously to winning football games. But with that being said, Paxton's got to concentrate on getting better too.
Is that spot safe through tomorrow?
Is it safe through tomorrow? Well, the wire just came out. So through tomorrow, yeah. Through tomorrow. I mean, like I said, it was the best situation for us at the time.
You have a high waiver slot, right? You had 5th?
We're 5th, yeah. So we do.
So you got a good chance of taking advantage of that, or?
Like I said, the waiver just came out. We're obviously going to look at everything and go through that now. And so when we get finished here, we'll go back and look at that and see if, there's somebody that we feel like can make us better. We actually, with the number of tough decisions that we have with this roster, we actually feel pretty good about where we are. And so excited about that. But we'll see what's on the wire. And if there's somebody that will help us, that we feel will help us, then we'll put a claim in.
I'm sorry. Did you give much discussion to a veteran quarterback at any point?
Yeah, but veteran quarterbacks didn't want to come in right now. So we've talked to several, and so had discussions there. But that was not. They all want to wait. Yeah, or the ones we were interested in.
D'Angelo Henderson, how difficult of a decision was that?
It was a tough one. It was back and forth, and so as well as Williams. We drafted David, so. Again, it comes down to numbers, and it was a decision that we had to make.
What was the basis for your decision on Isaiah McKenzie?
Well, again, it comes down to numbers and where we were, and we keep a 9 offensive line. We kept 24 guys on offense with keeping a couple extra backers because of the depth of backer and what we felt like the talent level at the backer. And so we decided to go with 5. And Isaiah's come on and he's played well. We just and we still think he has there's a possibility that he could possibly come back. Who knows on the practice squad, but. We just felt that with Pac-Man here to be able to return, and Philip Lindsay, who is, did a tremendous job, that's been working on the return game, that we felt we had that covered, and we're good with 5 wideouts.
What sort of work went into building this roster, and as a whole, how do you think it compares to the end of last year's season?
Well, obviously, it's a long, it's a for us on the personnel side, it's it's a long haul because this is the completion of what we spent this whole offseason trying to put back together. And so when you finally get back down to your 53, it's a culmination of all the work that's gone in from our pro staff as well as all our scouts and everybody on the personnel side as well as our coaches who've worked tremendously hard on it also. And so it's a culmination and it's a team effort to come together and try to find the best 53 guys that we can. And that's why we'll get through tonight, get through tomorrow, and then once we get the practice squad, put together, then, get to Monday and start concentrating on the Seahawks. But, I'm excited about, what we have. I'm excited about our chances, and the preseason continued to improve week in and week out, and things started coming together. That's always the toughest thing is get everybody coming together, and that's, I think we saw that happen in our preseason. And so, I think we're in good shape getting started. Now we got to go out and play, and that's why it's exciting. Monday will be exciting because we can start talking about the Seahawks and this. And I will say this too: this is a very difficult day. You have your 90 kids that come out and they work their tail off and try to get to the 53 man and then for me to answer questions why one guy made it over another guy, and all those guys are standing out there, but they all work their tail off, and so. But it is a culmination, and we're excited about it. I think, instead of making predictions, we'll go take it one at a time and see how we do. But, I feel pretty good about where we are.
A few more for John, please. Tough day for the 17 class, but does this also speak to the success of your 18 class? I think other than Williams, they all make it, and what looks like 4 or 5 are in line to contribute early.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's always tough. But I think that we're excited about the 18 class, and obviously. It's tough to make a lot of decisions, but what the bottom line is, we got to make the best decision for the Broncos. And so whether you're a CFA, which we've had a lot of CFAs that have made this team over the last, I think, 14 of the 15 years, we've had some CFAs, or at least one CFA make it. And, Philip Lindsay, as well as AJ, if you count him AJ this year. So, and so I'm excited about the 18 class, the 17 class. I'm not giving up on that yet either. But obviously we had to let, a few of them go today.
Put these rosters together, how do you balance right now and the future? You mentioned the struggle a little bit with the inside linebackers.
Well, that's always a tough one, because coaches are more now, and, the personnel is more, a little bit more future. We're now and future, and so that's where the discussions are always, deep and a lot of discussions on why we're doing certain things, and eventually we get everybody on the same page, realizing that, we for us to continue to get better, we're going to have to take some chances on some guys, hoping that their upside's much more than the person that we didn't keep, and so that's why we have 53 slots, and you got to take some chances on a couple of those slots.
It might be too early to think this, but would your process leading up to the 2018 draft, and now that you've had 10 rookies make this team, a lot of seniors, a lot of cap, a lot of team cap, would that impact?
Well, I would tell you this, and you know this, I really don't want to pick 5th. Picking high in each round helps, and so I really hope that we're not picking nearly that high again next year, and so that's number one. But I think, our scouts did a tremendous job, and we were able to put together a great class this year so far, and but again, they're rookies, and so they're gonna. They've been through preseason, and they're going to find out when we get into next Sunday that it's another big step up. And so they're going to have their growing pains, and we're going to have to rely on a lot of them. But, we're going to have to be patient, too, and realize it's going to take them a little bit of time.
Are you nervous when you put 10 rookies on a roster?
No, you know why? Because I think it's the best roster that we could put together, right? And so I think that's why I don't get nervous about it. I get excited about when we have youth that played very well in the preseason and has contributed a lot. So I get excited about that. So no, I don't get nervous about it. I'm excited the fact that we have those young guys that are going to contribute.
Would you expect your practice squad to be mostly guys you've had?
We'll see. That's why we'll go look at the Y right now, and we'll see. It's always difficult to get guys to move from other places and come to this practice squad, but there's also a lot of guys on our roster that we're very interested in keeping. So we'll start there, and I would say no. There's not a chance that we wouldn't go outside, but we're definitely going to see what's out there.
Last one, Nikki, please.
Royce Freeman, is he gonna be the starter for week 1?
I think the depth chart comes out on Monday. I think VJ's got it coming out on Monday, so you guys will know all that on Monday.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for Coach Joseph.